What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the RTG career mode. This is episode number 38, and we're starting this episode off on the back of a draw against Getafe. We just can't get the better of those guys. Of course, that draw means we are out of the Copa del Rey in the semi-final stages after a 4-2 aggregate loss, but I wasn't too surprised. We threw out a backup side for that game there because of the fact we were shattered. We had another massive game in the league against another Madrid side, Rayo Vallecano, on the weekend, and right now top of the table by 2 points. Well, in the last episode we drew parallels with Arsenal's season in real life, how really the Gunners only wanted top 4, but for a long time they were leading the league and there was a genuine chance they could win the improbable title. Feels very similar to our season this year, because we only really wanted top 4 at the start of the season, and now we're 2 points clear in La Liga and have an outside shot at the Championship. Despite being top, despite being 2 clear of Atletico and now 6 clear of Barcelona, we're still the outsiders. Just like with Arsenal trying to hold off Manchester City. So heading into the first game, Rayo Vallecano, and I was thinking, right, now we're going to find out whether our decision to rest the players on Wednesday night against Getafe. We're probably going to go out anyway, because Getafe have just been our bogey team throughout the save so far. But I rested my players. I kind of threw out the white flag in some sense. Would it backfire on the weekend? But if we beat Rayo Vallecano, all would be forgiven. Starting the game off, Falai Sacco bags our early opener, heading in a rebound for his third of the year. 5 minutes after the restart, our top scorer, Adama Traore, gets yet another one to make it 2-0. And with 5 minutes to go, as he plays a 1-2 with Sacco, the goal scorers link up down this right-hand side. And whilst Falai's shot was saved, we kept the pressure alive. Vallecano cleared, but Malaga held on. 2-0, the final score, in Andalusia. And, in the end, I guess you could say, justification. We might have lost to Getafe over 2 legs after our draw on Wednesday night in the Copa del Rey, as they make it through for a Madrid derby final against the holders of Atletico, but we stay clear at the top of the table with 11 games to go, and destiny is still in our own hands. But we only really want top 4 anyway. Just saying it now, just in case of an absolute bottle job right towards the end of the season. We only want the top 4 anyway. But for the following game here, Thursday night, and we travel to Germany. First leg, Europa League, last 16. And we take on SC Freiburg. They themselves right now are in 7th place in the top tier of German football. So taking them on here, well, I said in the last episode, you know, when the draw was made, you know, I don't want to sound arrogant, but our team is better than Freiburg's. I would definitely say that. It's not bad. It's not a bad team, but I would say our team is definitely better than Freiburg. So now we've gone out of the cup, the question is, can we keep our double dreams alive? Well, the league is our main priority, but taking on Freiburg here, we'd love a chance of getting through to a Europa League quarter-final here for the first time in the save. And taking on Freiburg, well, sometimes you just don't get the luck. And what is going on lately? But how many goals have I conceded through rebounds? These rebound goals constantly getting conceded there. Power shot deflected straight, and I mean like straight into the path of Boye, who converts from close range and makes it 1-0. That was basically a better through ball than would have been played originally with that deflected shot. So Freiburg take the lead. It is 1-0 to the German side. I thought, sod this. I am not losing for a goal like that. So right from kickoff, I stormed down the right with Falai, who gets another goal this season from right back. Second in 2, makes it 1-1, and we have our leveller. The question was, could we hold on to a draw heading back to Andalusia, or could Freiburg restore their lead? Well, they very almost did. Great save low down there on the left-hand side by Kepa as we held on to a 1-1 draw, and I'll take it. I'll take the draw there away in Germany. Much to ponder, perhaps, but we are far stronger at home than we are away from home. So I was okay with that result there. Heading back to matters in La Liga on the weekend. Cadiz, away from home as we aim to stay top of the table. Now, we rested a lot of players for our trip to Germany on Thursday night. So heading back to this game, once again, you can tell our priorities have shifted. Very similar to Arsenal's season in real life, I'm now focusing on the league. But Cadiz away from home, sometimes I often say these can be the hardest games to win. Well, we fell behind early. Yep, Cadiz in front. very early on, 1-0, and I was thinking, come on, man, we can't slip up in these sort of games. This is going to feel like the 3-3 draw against Southampton for Arsenal, or the 2-2 draw away against West Ham. We can't lose this game. We can't slip up here, and 31 minutes in, we had our response. But answers on a postcard. How is Adama Traore trying to claim this? He doesn't claim it. It goes down as an own goal, but you got to see this on the replay, like, how on earth did Adama Traore think this was his goal? Like, seriously, it's only fair I get a rebound goal after what's been happening to me recently. But oh my goodness, what a scramble. And it just about goes in. We get a rare bit of luck, and then 6 minutes after the restart, still tied at 1-1. Oh! Adam Zorgain almost scores my best goal in years. Going for that knuckleball free kick from a mile out, and it hits the crossbar, and Cadiz hold on for a point. 1-1 away from home, and our third draw in 4 with the same scoreline at 1-1. How unlucky was that, man? Seriously. You know me, I don't score free kicks. I can't score free kicks. That was so close to being an absolute beauty. Still, following game, on the back of the draw against Cadiz, back-to-back 1-1 draws, and now we welcome back Freiburg for the second leg of the Europa League last 16. We drew in Germany, and I said earlier today, after that draw, I was like, I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with it, because I know we'll be favourites in the return leg at home in Andalusia, because we are far better at the Estadio La Rosaleda. So, taking on Freiburg, second leg here, I felt confident if we started off strong, got an early goal, we'll be able to get ourselves through to the quarterfinals. 18 minutes in, exactly what I wanted. Loren Zuniga smashes home at the near post to give us the lead, and I was starting ahead to Adama Traore, because that's now his 5th goal in as many games in the Europa League. He's my striker in the European competitions, and he's not let me down this season. Malaga in front. It's our Segunda Division top scorer back in Season 1 who gets the opening goal, and right before the break here, a fabulous save by Kepa kept it at 1-0. The question is, can we hold on to the clean sheet? We conceded in Germany. We could have conceded more than one goal, but Kepa made a great save late on in that game to keep it at 1-1, and in this game, it was one of those matches where, you know, sometimes you just need a little bit of luck. You know, sometimes you just need a bit of a stroke of fortune. Well, sometimes you need a goalkeeper to be on absolute flames. Kepa has been phenomenal this season, and 3 brilliant saves on the night ensure he keeps his clean sheet and Malaga make it through. Final score 1-0, 2-1 over 2 legs. I felt confident heading back to Spain we'd get through, but I got my number 1 to thank for it. Malaga are heading to the Europa League quarter-finals. So whilst the league is still my priority, we're now into the last day of the European competition for the first time in the save. And as I get done with my post-match interview here, there are so many strong teams remaining in the Europa League. The question is, who would we have in the quarters? Well, Malaga in the last 8 will be taking on Manchester United. Napoli versus Atletico Madrid, Lyon versus Barca, Benfica versus Newcastle. There's no doubt about it. Whoever we'd face there would be the underdogs. No doubt about it. You'd say, who would you want out of those 7 teams, Doxy boy? I can't tell you. I've got absolutely no idea who I'd want. You could possibly say Lyon, maybe you could say Benfica, but really, none. Like, none. I wouldn't want to face any of those teams, man, because we'd be massive underdogs against all of them. Yes, against Freiburg we were favourites, but we only scraped through by a goal. So to take out any of those teams would be very unlikely. We'll be underdogs, and we certainly will be against Erik ten Hag's Manchester United. They themselves knocked out of the quarterfinals this year by Sevilla, who of course are going through to the final themselves after that epic tie against Juventus. They are the Europa League merchants, if you will, but we've got Manchester United in the quarterfinals. No doubt about it. Rank outsiders for that tie there. So, back to matters in La Liga. And for the following game and our final one today, we know win our remaining fixtures and we win La Liga. Easier said than done. But right before the break in this game against Valencia, we had our breakthrough. Adam Zorgain, who's been phenomenal this year, gets his 8th goal in La Liga this season, makes it 1-0, and then 15 minutes after the restart, gets goal number 9 as well. The Algerian box-to-box midfielder popping up in the area. His first goal from a yard out. This one not from much farther. Malaga 2, Valencia 0. And after scraping through Freiburg, we were going to return to a more comfortable win here on the weekend in La Liga. Could we get a third goal late on? 17 minutes to go, in complete control. Well, as Falai Sacco goes down the right-hand side, he fizzes across in. Valencia don't really deal with it at all. Sacco gets it back after Flores finds him. Quick little ball back to Tony, into Traore. And from 4 yards out, when you talk about high XG, you can't go much higher than this. 1 yard out, 8 yards out, 3 yards out. I mean, literally poaching here like an old Miroslav closer. Yep, 3-0 Malaga, and that would do it. Fran Valau with a Rabona goal later on wraps it up. Malaga 3, Valencia 0. And in La Liga right now, on the back of the big win against Valencia, we know if we win our remaining games, we are champions, but only if we beat Atletico Madrid, because we are taking them on in the following game with 9 games to go, where right now we're level with them on points, but we're behind them on the head-to-head record as we lost to them away at the Metropolitano. Win that game and we will know destiny's in our own hands, but fail to do that and it's all on Atletico. But that will end this episode of the RTG Career, guys. Big fan for watching. Hope you have enjoyed. If you have, then please drop a like. Most of you all have a fantastic day, and I will see you for the next episode of the RTG Career Mode very soon.